Hey there, I'm Alyssa Rodriguez, a dietitian living with lupus, Raynaud's phenomenon, chilblains, food and environmental allergies. As a result, I'm constantly inspired to seek and provide nutritional solutions to people living with autoimmune illnesses. In fact, today, May 10th, is World Lupus Day, designated to raise awareness about an often misunderstood disease. For those of you who don't know, lupus is a chronic inflammatory disease that affects different parts of the body, especially the skin, blood, joints, and kidneys. Did you know that an estimated 5 million people are living with lupus worldwide? And out of those 5 million, about 1.5 million are Americans. So for those of you who are American, for every 300 people you know, one of us is living with lupus. The key point I really want to make here today is the importance in obtaining sustainable outcomes through diet and lifestyle intervention. I really cannot stress this point enough, especially for those of you who are recently diagnosed. The Lupus Foundation of America is the national nonprofit health organization dedicated to finding the causes and cures for lupus, neither of which exist at this time and are obviously important. And while that's all good and well, I find the organization's focus on drugs and medications to be very limiting for people like myself. As someone who's made a very specific set of lifestyle choices to manage my disease and to avoid taking daily medications with risky side effects, I challenge you to consider alternative methods to manage your own disease, starting with your diet and considering the choices you make each and every day. Not only will this save money in the long haul while improving your quality of life, but research shows that immunosuppressive drugs used to treat and manage autoimmune illnesses has the potential to increase our cancer risk by 400%, and that's concerning. On the other hand, and here's the good part, diet and lifestyle modifications have the ability to reduce disease across the board. I know that by living with lupus, I'm that much more prone to having heart disease or cancer later in life. That's just the way it is. But it doesn't mean I have to sit back and wait for it to happen. I've literally made it my job to find nutritional solutions for those of us living with autoimmune illnesses. For example, consider what pro-inflammatory foods and processed ingredients you consume most. This qualifies as anything that you wouldn't prepare from scratch in your own kitchen. And by scratch, I mean from whole food ingredients, not from a box. How many prepackaged processed foods versus whole fresh foods are you consuming each day? Think about it. Next, evaluate the amount of produce you consume each day. Fill your plate with dark leafy greens, fruits, veggies, beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. By replacing processed foods with nutrient-rich whole foods, we can shift the emphasis from drugs with uncontrollable outcomes to an empowering lifestyle. If this appeals to you, stick around. In the meantime, keep it simple and fill your plate with veggies. Now I'd like to hear from you. What processed foods are you gonna swap out for some nourishing whole foods instead? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and to get some conversation going. Thanks and have a good one.